In a previous video, I showed you how to make a custom rotating cursor like you see on this lady's forehead. Now today we're going to take this one step further and we're going to add this effect. I don't even know what to actually call this, but I'm just going to go with some burning trail effect. Now you can change the colors on this thing, you can put its position to anywhere, or you can even make it just the cursor itself. Totally up to you. But if I move this cursor, you can see how this trailing effect is actually happening over here. Now if I go really slowly, it moves this slowly. If I go a little bit faster, you can see how it actually changes. And the faster I go, the longer it gets. Now the moment that I stop this cursor, there's going to be another effect. And you can see how it just shrinks and disappears. So every time you move the cursor, it just does this whole cool effect going on over here. Something really, really cool, unique. And I'm going to show you how to customize this whole thing as well. Very easy to implement. You just have to follow along. It's like 3 steps and you're good to go to have this actual code working. Before we start, in the description of this video, there's going to be a link to a reference site. It's going to take you to this page right over here. Now, if we scroll down, this is all the code that you need. We are just going to copy paste this. There's nothing else that you need to get this exact code working. It's literally just copy paste and it's working. So let's go do that now. So in the back end of our WordPress website, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Elementor and we're going to say custom code. Over here, we're going to say new code. We can add whatever title we want. I'm just going to call it my cursor trail effect. If we go back to that reference site, we just copy this code, we paste it over here. I'm going to change the location from header to body end. I just want it away from the header code. I don't suggest you put in a header, either body start or body end. Either one, it'll work. So then we just say publish. Now we can say entire site. Now it's going to be for the entire front end and close. That's it. That is literally it. So if we go into the front end and I click refresh here, there's that exact code working as is. Now, let's say you want to change its color. Not a problem. In the reference page of my website, if we go just a little bit above the code, there's this button over here that's going to take you to a site, to a custom gradient generator. I'm going to show you how that works as well. So if we go and click this button, here in the color designer, here is that gradient generator. Now we need a couple of steps in this gradient. So the steps over here in this section here, you can say it's 10. I want at least 20 because the more we have, the more this effect will sell. So here I'm going to say 20 and let's go and choose some random colors over here. So this first one, I'm going to go with something a bit more on the purple side. The second color, I'm going to go and choose something quite red. I think that's fine. And now you can see in this 20 steps, there's that whole evolution of the color of that gradient. Now let me show you where we're going to be using this. So in that code that we had published, you can see that there's a whole bunch of divs. Now these divs are the ones that actually create that whole effect. So this part over here, we're going to need and we're going to ignore. But now if we scroll down, you can see that here's that circle for the style. Here's that radius and the size. So if you want to make it smaller and bigger, you can change that. And a little bit lower here under the script, you can see here is the color array. Now in the gradient generator, if we go down to the bottom and we say export colors, here is the list of colors. So we would have to take all these colors in this list and we'd have to put them here in this double quotes. And that is going to take a little bit of time. It's very easy to do, but we can speed up the process. So in order to make it very quick, we're going to go to ChatGPT and you can use the free version for this. You don't have to stress about that. So here in ChatGPT, what we're going to be doing is we're going to copy paste that whole piece of code that has the colors and we're going to ask it to change the current colors to the new ones that we have here in this generator. So if we go to this code part, we can just select this whole constant colors array, say copy, put to ChatGPT, say paste. And then below, you just have to press Shift Enter a couple of times. We're going to ask ChatGPT to replace the colors in this code with the new array. So what I'm saying over here is please replace the hex colors in this code with the following new colors. So now underneath that, what I'm going to do is go to the gradient generator, copy these colors, go back to ChatGPT, paste them, and press Enter. Now ChatGPT is taking the new colors, putting it into that exact piece of code. Now always say copy code, go back into the custom code of Elementor, and we can just paste these new colors. So now if I say update and we refresh the front end, there's the new colors that's happening that we just chose in the generator. Now I want this generator to give me the colors but not in the right order. So let me see if I can get that going. So let me try a light blue and a gray. So now if I go back to the bottom here, say export colors, copy it. I'm just going to paste these colors here in ChatGPT and hopefully it understands that I want to update that line of code. Okay, so it did. So now once it's finished actually giving me this code, I'm going to say copy, go back here, scroll down to this constant colors, paste and publish. So now if I refresh the front end, oh great, now it's still giving me in the exact right order. But for whatever reason, if the colors are not correct, just tell ChatGPT, say, please put these colors in the correct order, and it'll understand that you're actually having a gradient here, and it'll reshuffle all the colors so that you don't have to go through all these hex codes to make sure. So just in case that does happen, which did happen to me once, you can just ask ChatGPT and it'll reorganize all the colors for you of that code. And another thing you can do is you can see that is the placement just underneath the cursor that I had put. If you want to change that placement, inside the custom code, if we scroll down just a little bit, here's this window.add event listener. Here you can see that it's got the client X, client Y, with those plus variables over here of 27. This you can edit it to whatever you want, so you can really adjust exactly where you want to put that underneath the cursor. Or you can take it completely out and it can be the actual cursor if you want that. Very easy code to use, implement, and everything's been done for you. Even showed you in ChatGPT how to replace that line as well. And I know that I say this a lot in my videos, but this is really quite a cool effect that you should actually implement in your website, because it's just going to make you stand out even more.
I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing as well. That stuff makes a big difference to a small channel like mine. If you have any suggestions or anything, then just put a comment down below. Let me see what I can do. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.